brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the Cabin.
And Jill nails it once again on a Tuesday morning. She didn't throw foggy in there. Dark, foggy morning. That would have been full marks. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Mornings at the Cabin. A dark, foggy morning in Yellowknife. I was about to say London for the second
It would make more sense.
It's foggy London town. Does anyone in London actually call it that? Or is that just something it's known by the rest
London
of the
town?
Foggy London town.
Foggy London town.
Even when it's not foggy?
No. Nobody calls it that. They're usually just swearing by the time it's that foggy. But yeah, this morning looks like, to me, the morning that we're not coming back from darkness-wise. You know, this feels like the tipping point morning.
Yeah.
That now we have sunk into our darkness.
Well, that's
Tuesday.
grim.
That is a bleak outlook.
Jeez.
Morning. Hi. I'll have my coffee now.
Okay, there you go. Something I noticed on my way to work that was probably the case yesterday, because it was quite foggy yesterday morning as well, but I only noticed it today. The Northwest Hill building on my walk to work is only about, maybe a block and a half over. I couldn't make out any part of the building, like maybe just the vaguest outline of the building. But of course, the bright end shining in the night through the fog, like the bat signal or something. It was beautiful. I tried to take a picture of it, but my phone wasn't good enough.
It's so reliable, that sign. It never goes down.
Never.
There's never any issues with that sign.
Mm-hmm.
The sign is always bright. It's always glowing, guiding the way for the north.
Heard it's relatively cheap as well.
It is relatively cheap. Yep, and it's just always on, never ending.
Lit my way to work.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
Lecter, Ollie, and AJ with you. How you doing this morning, gentlemen? Ollie, I'll start with you. How are you doing this morning? Doing all right. I don't have your mic up. Let's try that again.
I did that yesterday.
I know.
It's confusing, isn't it?
Mic 2 is like just a confusing abyss for some reason. Anytime someone's on mic 2 instead of mic 3, I just my fingers just don't work. It's like I'm trying to play like some weird guitar chord, and you can't get your fingers in the right order. And then you're trying to focus on 3 other things at the same time. And anyway.
So
how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing better than you. Better than you.
AJ?
I'm doing well.
It makes you realize how we give Jesse a lot of grief, or guff.
No, he gives us gruff. He definitely supplies the gruff. We do give him grief.
And we like to jump on him whenever the mics are not switched on correctly. And then it's nice when yesterday morning you had it happen to you. This morning I just had it happen to me moments ago. It kind of humbles us, reminds us that, the wheel's not perfect either, and neither are we. We're just trying to get by.
I don't think that was ever in question.
No?
No.
No one's ever thought that?
Is the wheel perfect or not?
Oh, I thought you meant us. I was like, well, he's like, and neither are we. Yeah, no one's ever questioned that. I'm like, all right, good. You sit behind that equipment, and
Actually,
you do a morning show.
I did it one time, and the very first break, I forgot to turn Ollie's mic on.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. AJ for a day. Forgot about that one. Speaking of Jesse, no Jesse this morning. He is still tending to some family matters, so we're wishing him all the best and Phoenix all the best, and hoping to hear them back on the show in the very near future. But they're taking some time, and we wish them well in doing that. But of course, the show must go on, and we touched on this a little bit yesterday morning. The Yellowknife Chamber of Commerce Business Awards, the Resiliency Awards, rather, were announced yesterday. You can check out cabinradio.ca. We've got a story there, and you can check out the link with all the videos to all of the different businesses that did accept their nominations. We were nominated for 4 awards, but only acknowledged 3. What was it? The New Business Award?
Well, we've already won it.
We've already won. Yeah, true.
I think rules. I don't think you can win new business twice.
That would be a little strange.
And I got to be honest, I looked at this year's shortlist. There are some businesses on there that have been around longer than us.
Oh.
And I feel as though we're not a new business at this point.
3 years is what they give you for the parameters.
Okay.
So we're on
They're coming just under the wire.
We're on the back end, like
by
next year we'll be an old business.
Businesses on there that I think have been around for more than 3 years. But you know what? Vote for whoever you like. The exciting thing about this year is it's all a popularity contest. It's all an online vote. It doesn't matter how good you actually were, how resilient you actually were. Listen, how many buddies have you got?
I'd argue that it's pretty much always a bit of a popularity contest.
Well, Well, it's normally just a judging panel, and then it's just a popularity contest among those 12 people, and you know exactly who to bribe. Now I got to bribe everybody.
Yeah, it was more of a concentrated popularity contest before.
Yeah.
Now it's just a full-on public popularity contest.
So you're saying our chances of winning have dropped severely?
No, I'm saying it's the outlay financially that I now have to come up with in order to ensure that we win has risen significantly. Because now I've got to go and buy coffee and donuts for a lot of people.
Ah, fair enough.
And they're not all working back downtown yet, so I'm going to have to drive around, drop a lot off. It's just the logistics of this year's bribing are tough.
Yeah.
Scott, they're tough.
That's
Fuel
what we got
costs.
Brack and Sibs for.
Oh, yeah, that's a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no news today, everybody. We have sent the journalist out to bribe people to vote for us at the Small Business Awards.
They'll do it with a smile on their face rather than, a grumpy gruff throwing donuts at you like Ollie might. I don't know.
Yeah, by about 11 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to get very sick of giving away free food.
So you can check out the videos right now. We can actually, let's have a listen to the cabin radio video here. You can hear Ollie rustling around. Oh, there he is.
Seeing you here. Sorry, don't mind me. Just rummaging for an FM license there. Turns out to be quite a tough thing to find. Welcome to the dump. We just came here because we wanted to have a nice backdrop for this video, which says thank you for your nominations for, I think, 4 different categories in this year's Chamber of Commerce Awards. We're very proud of that. We love the idea of resiliency that is this year's theme. We know that's a big deal to a lot of different businesses in Yellowknife. It's been a big deal for us as well. As you can imagine, it's been a wild year to be a local radio station. We've had a lot of work to do, and we've been proud not only of the way that our staff have done that, but also the way that you as our audience and as local business colleagues of ours have really contributed to us and helped us out all that way, just in terms of your support, your financial support, your support just in terms of having nice things to say and being a big part of what we do. So we wanted to say thank you for these nominations, and I personally wanted to say thank you to everybody who works for Cabin Radio, everybody who volunteers for Cabin Radio. You've made what could have been a very trying year for us into something that we've managed to survive, and we've managed to succeed, and we managed to thrive in our own little way as well, and even bring a couple of extra people on. And that is in no small part due to the support from the community, and it means a big, big deal to us. Thank you so much for your support of us. It means the world.
Beautiful little video. We really get full use out of that dump, don't we?
He seems like a nice lad, that Ollie guy, doesn't he?
So pleasant.
That's a perfect cabin video.
Did you hear yourself getting appreciated there, AJ?
I did. Where does this appreciation come from? I don't know.
Everything you do. That's where it comes from.
Yeah, okay. But I do like how you threw a little shade toward the CRTC right off the hop, and then we shot the whole video at the dump.
Yeah.
So that's perfect.
Yeah, we get we get content for the website there. We get a little backdrop for our nomination video. We get the Waikea has everything we could possibly need. It also looked like I don't know when you shot that video, if it was before Sarah launched in on the salvaging area, but it kind of looks like at certain points it kind of looks like she's like scoping out what's behind you.
At certain points the camera drifts slightly, doesn't it? It's like, oh, is that a chair? Back onto Ollie.
Hey, don't bring that up around Sarah. I did the same thing, and it's a bit of a touchy subject.
What's that?
Well, she wanted to get the dump in there.
Oh, okay.
Really expand.
Right.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be some text that showed up. I thought we were going to have some graphics included.
No.
But I guess not.
No. I think I saw that pumpkin bowl in the background, though.
Oh, yeah, that's a sad story now.
Oh, no, it's back?
Oh, what happened?
It got smashed.
Oh, no!
Oh, you did it, didn't you? You always hated that bowl.
I mean, always, all 4 days that I was aware of its existence, I wasn't a fan. I'll give you that, AJ. I was not a fan. But the turns out, not dishwasher friendly.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even my fault. I didn't put it in there. No.
Yeah.
I'm glad you weren't involved.
I could have guessed that.
It's all her fault now.
Yeah. So that pumpkin bowl is now 2 semi-pumpkin bowls.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast. Hey, it was early. What do you want from us?
Lecter, Ollie, AJ, and now Sarah with you on your Tuesday morning. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning.
You were just telling us about your nice little setup in Studio 3. It is no longer the clutter zone, or is it still the clutter zone?
Oh, it's even more the clutter
zone.
zone.
Oh, it's more the clutter zone.
Oh,
okay.
Yes. But we have Ollie to thank for that, as we normally do.
Burn.
Hang on. What? You mean because I set up your little photography studio?
Yes.
Right.
And the drum kit is still there.
Yeah. Well, we can't get rid of the drum kit. That's the only thing that's keeping Ollie here, as we found out last week.
As we've learned, yes.
That might have just been a little return shade. I don't know if you heard Sarah, but AJ. Well, actually, I guess I was making a little bit light of the camera work for our chamber video. I thought it was great. I thought it was shot well. I was just wondering when the timing was, because I could see it looked like there was a little bit of panning that was perhaps while Ollie was in the picture scouting out some stuff in the background, perhaps a pumpkin bowl, which we now hear is an ill-fated pumpkin bowl.
Yeah. It didn't say anything on the bottom, and I put it in the dishwasher, and it cracked in the dishwasher.
There's not a whole lot of
I've never had that happen.
non-microwavable safe dishes anymore, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
but that
fair
was
assumption.
from 1968.
Before dishwashers were invented, I'm pretty sure. So rest in peace to the pumpkin bowl. It is no longer. But very exciting news, as we do have new Cabin Radio merch. You may have seen this on the Cabin Radio Instagram, the Facebook page. We're very excited. We got some... are the new hoodies in yet?
no.
Okay, so that's another strike against Ollie's presence here at Cabin Radio.
I mean, there are some new hoodies in, just
yes.
not the news.
Yes,
like,
sorry.
Just not the blue
hoodies.
ones. Yeah. Right, okay.
Yeah,
We
we do have
got black
hoodies.
hoodies. We got green hoodies. There are some blue hoodies. There might even be a maroon hoodie or two in there.
Yep.
And I have to say, I was very happy to see the return of the black hoodies, because we had a very, very brief, limited run of original Cabin Radio black hoodies, and they disappeared like that. And I thought they were so nice. I wanted one so bad. They were gone like within days of them arriving. And I've been black hoodieless all this time until now. Snagged it. Looks so good. So yes, the Cabin Radio black and white hoodies are back. We also have a couple new toques in, or
Yep.
is it just the blue one that's new? I couldn't remember what our colors
Just the
were
blue
last
one's
year.
new. A lot of this is top-up stuff, so we've topped up the maroon hoodies, the green hoodies. We still have some blue hoodies left, and then the black hoodies are brand new, as per your request.
Yes, yes.
And then we have blue hoodies coming in. Should be here hopefully by the end of the month, but shipping's
Like
been a little
different
wonky.
blue hoodies to the other blue hoodies.
Oh yeah, sorry, like a light blue with
you're-
a different logo.
Right.
Following along at home, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So remember, top of your list now: black hoodies, green hoodies.
It's like a grayish navy.
Okay.
The old ones.
So
The
this
new
is-
one's like an electric blue.
Hence, we were doing all the photography yesterday, because what we're going to do is we're going to launch a little website.
Oh,
Because finally, AJ has been talked into, like, yeah, we can handle the shipping and the handling and the packaging, which this time last year was not how anybody was feeling.
Nope.
But yeah, now that we are a multinational merch conglomerate, we're going to do it, and we're going to put a little website together, and hopefully people will be able to say hopefully. It's either I figure it out or I don't. People will be able to order online
On our website.
on our website.
Yeah, not a separate website.
Not
But
a
in the
separate
meantime,
website.
if anyone would like merch, they can just come by the office.
There's that as well. Yeah, but you got to message in so that we can control this a little bit just for COVID restrictions.
yeah. In case
So-
you're not aware, times have changed a little bit, and we do things a little differently now.
Yep.
Our
So
front
yeah,
door is locked, so
front door's locked.
Front door's locked, yeah. So you can't just walk in
so you
anyways.
kind of-
can't just walk in anyway.
You very much do have to message us, because otherwise you're just going to be standing outside in the fog with no merch.
I don't know if you guys have noticed this too, but our ravens that hang out in the neighborhood have done their part to try and deter foot traffic from entering the building as well. The last 2 mornings, there have just been
Oh, man.
ungodly messes
A massacre out
left
there.
on our front step.
I noticed that yesterday too. Oh my goodness.
And those are, like, we're getting to the temperature where those are becoming a slipping hazard.
Yeah, those got to be like 85-pound birds.
Oh my God.
Disgusting.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just
Hang on.
Sorry,
what,
back to
what
merch.
have I missed?
raven dumps.
Raven
Oh,
dumps.
That's
okay.
what you've missed.
Massive.
Yeah.
Massive. You didn't see them coming in?
And you're able to estimate the weight of a raven according to... Okay.
I'm just picturing a fully, like a large...
You have to
Child.
assume by what is displayed outside on the sidewalk that these are big birds.
These are the Hulk Hogans of ravens.
Oh
Okay,
my
okay.
God.
All right. Sorry, you
Sorry,
were saying.
so back to our beautiful
Anyway.
merch.
Yeah, back to merch.
Yeah,
so we've
so
got some new merch.
The toques are top up, so the same toques we had before, but we have the blue toque now. New
Electric
hats.
blue. I like
Electric
that, by
blue.
the way. That's
yeah,
nice.
I think
Yeah.
that's the official color, actually.
Yeah.
And then new hats with the patch on the front.
Super sharp.
Really, really happy how they turned out. And then we have a few little knick-knack things coming in. So we have some buffs, and we have multi-charging cables. It's got
nice.
the Android, iPhone. It's got a few of them. And new sunglasses as well.
Beautiful. And we're not going to be selling these, but we are planning on bringing in some Cabin Radio masks. Are these
Yeah,
like
more for staff.
We're just for staff. Okay,
Yep,
I wasn't
just
sure
so.
if we were going to bring in like a few extra to like hand out to people.
No, these will just be for staff when we're out and about. But depending on how the times go, who knows?
Right. Okay. So, as is tradition here at Cabin Radio, we are always excited when we get new merch in, but the conversation very quickly shifts to what we don't have as far as merch goes. I have already been yelled at several times about a picture we posted on the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page last week, the Ollie and Jesse Dappy versus Dumpy picture, in which Jesse is wearing his limited edition Cabin Radio sweatpants.
So that is still in the discussion. We are trying to figure out the sweatpants. There's a certain type that I want to bring in, and we're just trying to figure that out because the original supplier no longer does it.
Right.
And then we also want to do leggings as well.
Yeah.
But
okay.
leggings being a very touchy area, you've got to have the right leggings, I'm told.
Right. I have got some people's hopes up about this because I have mentioned leggings. They've gotten very excited. Yeah. And then, those like the right legging conversation starts.
Oh, yeah.
High-waisted.
Oh,
that is what I've been told.
Oh, that's good feedback.
Sarah, feedback on leggings?
I would not wear Cabin Radio leggings.
Okay.
Well, there you go. All right. Strong supporter over there.
I just like my plain black leggings.
All right.
I mean, that's essentially what they're going to be. I think we'll just put like a little Cabin Radio logo on them.
Sarah's just going to get a black Sharpie and just go over the Cabin Radio logo. And they're a perfectly functional pair of leggings.
If you were to wear Cabin Radio leggings, what do you think would be, as far as the design, what do you think would be too much? What would be tacky? What would look nice? I know leggings are traditionally, there's not a whole lot of design on there. So if we were to, put a big Cabin Radio app logo right on the butt, that might look pretty tacky, I would imagine.
No one would buy those.
No one would buy
We would
those.
have them forever. You would have to wear them.
So the original
I
design,
would wear them. I'm not going to lie.
It was a cartoon version of Ollie down the leg. I went away with it. And now I think it's just going to be the Cabin Radio logo. But we are going to get a sample in.
Okay.
So we'll get them in, then we can let people try and see what they think. And if that's the right grade of leggings that they want, then we'll go from there.
The other complaint
I love people
have heard...
people who grew up in the construction industry designing leggings. Well, that looks like the right grade of legging. I don't think you grade legging.
I don't know.
That's a 15% legging. Yeah,
I don't wear leggings.
Well, my understanding is basically as long as they're high-waisted, we're on the right track.
As long as the people buying this are high and wasted, then we can get away with just about anything we like.
They've got to be cut resistant, flame retardant.
The only other thing I've heard right at home, Nicole has been lobbying for going on probably a year and a half now.
Crew neck sweaters.
Crew neck sweaters. You got it. See, Nicole, he's listening.
Oh, I'm listening. Yeah, there's a lot of feedback. I'm sifting through it all. But one day I think
we'll get there.
We'll get there.
All right. Yeah. We'll satisfy everyone eventually, maybe. There you go. Cabin Radio merch. Check it out. cabinradio.ca, and soon to come, a brand new Cabin Radio merch website.
Cabin Radio's morning show podcast. All the best chat, none of the embarrassing mistakes.
Lecter and AJ with you on your Tuesday morning. Head over to the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page right now. And if you got some nice fall pictures on your camera roll, we're taking them. You'll see a nice little picture where I went for a walk, a beautiful little walk to, it's called the Cinnamon Island Lookouts over the weekend. And fantastic little dog walk trail. And just beautiful fall colors popping over the horizon. Absolutely blown away by that shot. So if you've got some nice fall pictures sitting on your camera roll, you already put them on your Instagram feed, you already got that little dopamine fix from that post. A couple likes on there, a couple loves. I don't know how Instagram works.
I like how you've made a separate post to get more fall photos than there already is on Facebook at this time of year.
Well, why not? Fill it up with color, AJ.
Yeah, I like them too. But
it's the spice of life.
There's a lot.
Something.
It's a lot of fall pictures out there right now.
Yeah. So we want them all on our Facebook
Concentrated
page.
on our
That's
on
right.
our Facebook page.
Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page. Post your fall picture. We'll give it a like. You'll get a nice little re-up of a dopamine boost. And that's a nice start to your Tuesday morning.
That's true. Delete your original post. Put it on Mornings at the Cabin.
Also, it's September 22nd, which... as you nerds out there know, it is National Hobbit Day. Why is it National Hobbit Day? Well, the nerds will tell you that it's because it is Frodo and Bilbo Baggins' birthday today.
Oh, how old are they?
I'm going to guess 230. Maybe Bilbo, no, he's probably older than that, actually. Yeah.
They don't look a day over 187.
Yeah, Frodo's probably going on 180. Something like that.
He's starting to age.
Mr. Frodo. And of course, they're the only two hobbits that matter, with apologies to Samwise Gamgee and Merry and Pippin. And the rest who don't actually have names. They just kind of show up at your party, mess things up, and leave. And sing songs and be really annoying. That's pretty much what hobbits do.
Pretty classic Hobbit behavior.
Pretty classic Hobbit stuff. Speaking of hobbits, if you scroll down a little bit further on the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page, the closest thing that we have to a hobbit here at Cabin Radio is, of course, Ollie Williams, because he comes from, maybe you could argue, like a Shire type setting. And you will see if you scroll down, there's a picture that we posted last week where Jesse and Ollie were modeling the two very contrasting work attires in the age of COVID, where a lot of people are still working from home, and some have, just fully embraced the pajama work attire.
Yep.
Meanwhile, others, there is and I could get behind this. There is a headspace that says if you dress as though you are still going into the office every day, you will keep your brain in that same routine, and it won't fall into any kind of like just sadness states that working throughout the day, never changing out of your pajamas may bring. Some people love that, but some people, it's just a little too jarring to your system to be working on office finances, and
it gets to you after a while.
Yeah, and be wearing plaid pajamas.
Yeah, you got to dress for the job you want. So in this time, you just got to dress for the headspace that you'd like.
That's exactly right. And now I could honestly get behind both of those trains of thought, but whatever works for you. But the most striking thing about this picture, and several people pointed it out in the comment section, is that Ollie kind of looks like a cardboard cutout. And I don't know if it was that maybe they just hadn't seen him in this suit before. He had just picked up that suit, finally used that gift card that we got him, 2.5 years ago for his birthday?
Yeah.
For men only. Went and picked up a snappy new suit, came in looking like $1 million, and stood out for interesting reasons. And it's kind of an odd optical illusion. The longer you stare at that picture, the more he appears to be a cardboard cutout of some sort.
It's just his aura. He's glowing in that photo.
And it's just like a very just static image of him. It looks like, I don't know, there's something about it, and I'm just staring at it right now, and yeah, I'm starting to not believe myself that is actually Ollie in the flesh. It looks like a cardboard cutout,
which works perfectly for the context of the photo.
Yes.
That he's like glowing, and you can't even tell it's real. And then if you look closely enough at Jesse, you can see the little Charlie Brown lines. Like he stinks a little bit.
The little dust clouds around him. Yeah.
Yeah, so it just contextually it works perfectly.
The Charlie Brown lines. So it kind of made me wonder, like, do we need to make a visit to Janet Pacey? Get some Ollie Williams cardboard cutouts
We could
made?
replace my brother's standee with a Ollie Williams standee.
Yeah, of course, as longtime listeners and fans of Cabin Radio will know, we do have somewhere still in the annals of Cabin Radio a cardboard cutout of Fraser Goodwin.
Yep.
Which what did he send that to you for? Was it for Christmas or for your birthday?
For my birthday, I think. I
think a cardboard cutout.
Yeah, a 7-foot cardboard cutout of himself. He fancies himself a Joker.
Which for a time we had right up here in Studio One, and
it was a centerpiece for a while.
It was always entertaining because people would come in, they wouldn't notice it at first because we've kind of got this slanted wall that, when you first walk into Studio One, we've now got this beautiful map of the North up there, which I love. I know you still have reservations about.
No, I just didn't. I didn't realize people liked it so much.
You've embraced it now.
Oh, I built it.
You did, but like as soon as you built it, you were like, no.
Yeah, I guess it's not quite. I don't think it's the end result.
Okay.
I think we can do better, but I don't mind it.
It's beautifully framed. It's a nice big map.
Yeah. I think maybe that's what it is, because I built it. I'm like, there's some imperfections.
Oh, yeah,
when you build something, you go, I didn't quite do that right. Those cuts aren't clean.
Looking at those corners now.
Yeah, see? It's a little pushed in a little bit.
Okay.
I think that's where my reservations are.
All right. Well, before that, I mean, that is an improvement on Fraser there, although
he had those Mona Lisa eyes, too. When you walked in, he just stared at you no matter where you were in the room. Yeah, and he looks huge.
Yeah.
Like you turn the corner, and it's a 7-foot man staring at you, Yeah, it was
with dirty shoes.
with really dirty shoes.
It was unnerving.
Yeah, I actually cut those off so we could get him in the door frame. It worked out well.
We should have had a running video tally and just like have a video camera rolling when he was in the background and just see how many guests were just suddenly startled.
We could still do it. I think he's in the original Studio 3.
I think he is too, yeah.
I had this thought a couple days ago. Where's Standy Fraser?
Yeah.
I think he's in the original Studio 3.
How tall is Fraser in real life?
6'2".
6'2", okay.
Yeah, so he is actually quite a big boy.
Yeah.
But not 7 foot.
Imposing figure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the map is definitely improvement. No offense to you, Fraser. You're a very handsome lad, but you scared a lot of people here in Yellowknife.
Handsome but frightening.
So go to the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page. Let us know. Maybe if the momentum gets great enough, we're going to have to commission some Ollie Williams cardboard cutouts. I don't know how Ollie feels about them. You never know what cardboard cutouts are going to end up doing in people's private settings.
I can tell you Jesse would love it.
Yeah?
Oh, yes. I think a big standee of Ollie Williams right in the lobby, I think Jesse would just be over the moon.
I think it'd be nice for Brack and Sibs, too. You know, when Ollie leaves a little bit earlier for the day, they're still doing news. We just put one right in the corner of their office.
Yeah. We
Just
can
like-
put a little speaker, like a battery-operated speaker, motion sensor, so you can go and talk to him.
Yeah.
And then he just says, general English quips.
Yes. Yeah, which Emily, actually in the next office, has a running tally of Ollie quips going.
And then we can do the voice because we have such good English accents.
Ah, yes.
And it'll be just like he's in the room.
I think we've
my personal favorite
figured out. Philip, bring the corgis. Anyway, so yeah, check that out. Dump some fall pictures on your camera roll onto the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page. And again, nice little dopamine burst for your Tuesday morning.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Sibs flexing her headline muscles, although this might have been Ollie who wrote the headline. I don't know. I'm going to give credit to Sibs, though. Dismay at Mildred Hall. School bus is attacked again.
Again. Man, what is it? Why do people attack school buses of all things?
It is a classic case of shooting the messenger, or in this case, vandalizing the transporter, if you will. You don't have to. But nevertheless, a bus, once again, you may recall this happening last year. And once again, the bus at Mildred Hall School vandalized once again, rocks thrown through the window. And not only did this incident occur again, it was the exact same bus.
You think there's some kind of like kid gang war going on between the kids who take the bus and then the kids who are getting rides home? No, getting their own rides home, or back or to school.
No.
No?
I
don't think there's that rivalry?
I mean,
bus life.
Some kid's got that tattooed on his knuckles.
Yeah.
Bus life.
LYFE.
Yeah. Well, maybe. I mean, that I guess would explain some of the anger, some of the aggression that is being shown towards this. Again, this particular bus, I just assumed it was another bus, but I had, of course, Mr. Mike Gibbons in here last night for Cabin Sports Radio. He works for YK1, and he saw the bus vandalism written up on our ideas board, and he's like, "Man, that poor bus."
Same bus. That's just, it's not fair. It's not fair. I'm waiting for some poor mother's minivan's tires to be slashed.
I'm getting choked up about it over
I know.
here.
You're
My
emotional.
throat is getting scratchy.
Did you take the school bus going to school?
I did, actually.
You
yeah,
did?
all my life.
So that's why you're getting emotional.
I know.
See, I took it a few times, but most of the time I'd either get a ride or I'd walk.
Oh, yeah.
So
You had wait, was it because you were late for the bus?
it depends where and when. So
Wait,
my
if you were
parents
in
work-
walking distance, why would you take the bus?
So different situations.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, like when I started high school, I was walking distance from middle school. When I started high school, I needed to take the bus. But a lot of the time, I'd know someone older who had a vehicle that would just be driving by. So if I timed it right, I'd be at the bus stop when like a friend drove by.
Okay.
So I'd flag them down.
Gotcha.
And then in Australia, I got rides.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because that was quite a trek to get to school.
Oh, yeah. How far?
Driving with traffic, I don't know, it wasn't that bad actually. About 25 minutes maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, but to take the bus, you had to go to the mall, and then you had to walk down the hill to school.
Oh,
So that was probably another 10, 15-minute walk.
okay.
Just from the mall to school.
What a journey.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
education. I mean, I do anything for education. You know that.
Yeah, I do.
You know
do.
I love school. You know I was a good student.
Absolutely. There's a...
I'd move mountains.
What was it again that your principal said on the first day?
I'm a suspicious-looking kid. Turns out he was right. If my high school career showed me anything,
hide
that
the
guy
bus
was-
windows. This kid looks
Yeah.
suspicious.
Look at his curly hair.
Oh,
He's
my
definitely
God.
throwing rocks.
Yeah, no, I throughout school, I took the bus until I was, a somewhat trustworthy age, got my license, and then my parents once in a while would let me drive our 1997 Ford Aerostar
Ooh,
to school.
nice.
Yeah, you can tell I was getting all the ladies. Of
Oh.
course, rolling up in that
Don't need
thing.
to tell me.
Yeah, pack them in. That thing seats 8.
Boys, we're going for a cruise. Grab the whole hockey team.
I have fond memories of taking the bus to school. I had made some of my best friendships on the way to and from school. You know, there was always like assigned seating. I don't know if every bus had this. I don't know if like other school
We
buses
did
had
not.
freedom where you could just sit wherever you wanted. No, we had assigned seating.
Interesting.
And
would that always shift?
I sat now. It kind of shifted. Yeah, as you aged, you like moved further and further to the back of the bus
Yeah.
as you got older.
But you'd have like for the whole school year, you'd have like a bus buddy.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of COVID-like, actually.
A little COVID-like.
Yeah.
A little restricted.
Thinking back.
Yeah.
But no, I had a very good friend on the bus that I sat with for years, and I remember. I'll never forget this. My first bus driver, his name was Cash Mini.
I'm sorry.
That was his actual name.
Cash Mini?
Cash Mini.
And he was, I'm assuming, a rapper on the side?
I would have to think so.
Cash Mini.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, and he kind of had...
He was ahead of his time.
He
That's
might
a
have been.
2020 star.
Right? Like that's a rap star.
Absolutely. Little Uzi, Cardi B, Cash Mini.
Yeah. Oh, man. And he had like a really gravelly, like gruff voice. Like I would have loved to have heard him spit some hot fire on
Like
the
a
mic.
Rick Ross kind of.
Oh, yeah.
But
Probably
Cash
would have been
Mini.
great. And like he was the nicest guy too. Like he had like a very gruff exterior type appearance, but like, you know, just an old sweetheart.
Was he
dude.
short?
I never saw him stand up.
So that's why they call him Cash Mini.
Yeah. He was always,
He was never full size. You never saw him stand up.
I don't know if he actually did ever stand up. As far as I know, he was just a fixture on that bus.
Could still be there today.
No.
Unless his rap career took off, of course.
I think his rap career did take off at some point because, after a number of years, he was no longer our bus driver. And then my second bus driver throughout the rest of my school years through high school, I can't remember his last name, but his first name is Dwayne. And he was
a jerk.
just the worst. I actually had one incident where... now, I mean, I was no angel. I mean, I didn't make a point of making trouble on the bus. You know, like I wasn't throwing things out the window. I wasn't doing anything stupid that I shouldn't have been doing. But my friend on the bus, whose name was Jay, he would dabble in troublemaking.
Yeah, he'd flirt with the line.
He'd flirt with the line. Yeah. I think it made us a good pair because I was always, trying to mind my manners, trying to keep it cool, I guess.
You're a good boy with a bad boy streak.
I was a good boy with a bad boy streak, yeah. And he would kind of, push us to, maybe just toe the line a little bit. And so I think that reputation got us pointed out one time by Dwayne, the bus driver, who actually, and I'll never forget this, it was the most bizarre thing. He pulled us, we both got called to the office. I must have been like grade 9, grade 10, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Your troublemaking years.
My troublemaking years, yeah, peak troublemaking years. We got called to the office, and we both went, and we had no idea why we were there. And Dwayne was there, the bus driver, with just staring a hole through us. We're like, what is this guy on about?
A bus driver actually went into the school to that's...
Yeah. And
That's
so we're
unheard
like,
of.
okay, no idea why we're here, no idea what we did. And he kind of questioned us in that way as though we should have known what we did. And we were like, no, what? Why are we here? And he's like, come on, onto the bus. Takes us outside.
Drove you to a field in the middle of nowhere.
tied us up, left us for dead. No idea how he made it out. Miraculous escape. And we'll leave the details out. No, he brought us onto the bus and brings us back to, I'm not even sure that it was our seat. But anyway, brings us back to the bus and flips the seat up and looks at us and says, "What's that?"
Male anatomy.
Like, no idea what that is. He's like, "It's raspberry jam." I don't know how he knew it was raspberry jam. I don't know if he tasted it or what. But anyway,
that is the signature of all bad boys.
He was
Raspberry jam.
he was absolutely convinced that we, in our bad boy way, had brought perhaps a peanut butter jelly sandwich onto the bus, perhaps scraped the excess jam that was, dripping out the side because we're sloppy young men, and taken that jam and wiped it onto the bottom of the seat just to spite him.
It's such a stupid thing to be angry about.
He took us out of class.
Oh my God.
To show us this old jam stain.
I'm picturing you cracking a new jar of jam. You get that pop?
Yeah.
And him slamming the brakes and
What
pulling
was
over.
that?
Was that jam? Not again.
Not
on this bus. Give me your butter knife. Give me your butter knife.
So there you go. That is
so maybe there's a Dwayne. Maybe there's a Dwayne in the YK1 system.
Yeah.
And they're just they've evolved from the raspberry jam classic prank, as we all know, to throwing rocks through the window.
Now, I'm not going to excuse this action. This has nothing to do with that, other than it involved a school bus. Dwayne was
That's just inflation. That's the raspberry jam of 2020.
Yeah, things have really escalated as the years have gone
Kids
by.
are much worse. Our pranks were just shenanigans.
Yeah.
They were fun and lighthearted with raspberry jam.
Well, I sincerely hope that these kids get pulled out of math class as well. And, we'll see what they have to say when they go home, bring a report card home. They've got a 62 because they were breaking windows or possibly wiping jam on the bottom of a seat. Thanks, Dwayne. That really helped.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.